What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another ReZero reaction. We just finished the last episode. I believe it's 22 or 23, episode 20. One of those. A lot of crazy stuff happened. Lots of fighting. Got to see the trial with Emilia. And of course, we got to see Ram die, which I did not see coming at all. But, we talked about that. Last episode, so I won't go into it too much other than it's freaking sucks. Also, Roswaal might be Emilia's dad.
Yet to be known. Speculation.
It's up in there.
I mean, it's a possibility.
It's up there. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
it looks like we're getting right where Emilia ended in the last episode. She walked out of the trial, and shit's going down. The big storm. Roswaal's pissed.
Ice Age happening for reals this time.
Yes.
I thought they really tricked us with that whole Puck thing. I really thought that was gonna be why.
I was gonna imagine why that was the snowstorm. Was Puck went all fucking hell on earth?
I think that was intentional too, to get us there. They really pranked us on that one.
Intentional in terms of like the people who made the show, or Puck trying to confuse Oswald?
Both, probably. I think the people who made the show wanted us to think for a second that that's what it was, but it was only like a second.
It's been said why the storm is happening, but
yeah. Oh well.
I must. It happened, explained a while ago. So
cut this part out.
You sound like
You let me go on for that long, and
I noticed myself interrupting you a lot talking when you're talking.
Yeah,
this is what happens when you watch.
You can interrupt me if I'm acting like a fucking idiot, saying things that are completely wrong.
Just go off, King. That's all.
No, but there's nothing to go off of if I'm just spitting falsities. What is even going on? Anyway, whatever.
It looks like we got another 30-minute episode going on. Let's see what the hell's gonna happen. What's gonna go down? Let's go. Who? Oh,
I gotta turn this up.
My volume's kind of low. Oh, there we go. And we know the rabbits are coming. They're trying to do magic, true. Remember? Where's Puck? Anyways.
Oh, is this? I remember. Yeah, Puck did that. Like, wait, Puck did this?
Puck set up some like barriers.
Maybe.
Back to mansion? No, back to Roswaal.
Oh. Okay. Oh boy.
Now I get to be depressed.
でもその子は覚悟してた。強い子だよ。
ラム、なぜ君は。
ラムはロズワール様を愛しています。君の負けだよ、ロズワール。その子は目的を遂げた。細い糸を渡り切ってね。じきにリアも試練を終えてくる。頼りの本もなくした。君の執着心には恐れ入ったよ。だけど
It's starting to snow.
雪、そんなバカな。やられた。戦いを始める前に雪雲を呼ぶ術式を刻んでおいたのか。
What?
Yeah, he's the one who's causing the snow to fall, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And that's gonna attract the rabbits because they're attracted to magic. And the snow is magic, pretty much.
I mean, Puck could do the same thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
can't Puck just kind of disperse the snow?
Just create, like, that'll cover the world, though. Does this cover the world? What he's doing?
Snowing. That devil.
That was kind of harsh. Or at least a harsh way to put it.
So maybe the tome doesn't just tell the future, it tells them what to do. So maybe that's why I didn't see Ram.
Hmm.
He didn't know Ram was gonna do this.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps. I don't know.
It just gives him instructions. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
All here.
Oh,
We instantly bring in Ram back. Or is he going to give his life for Rams?
oh, okay.
Emilia 様、なぜここへ。こんなにいっぺんに。リュウジさんのお母さんってすごく大変だったんじゃ。
Oh. Okay.
I don't think that's
Pull
how
that
she
one out of
intended
nowhere.
it.
Emilia 様、これは。パックなの？大精霊様は先んじてここを訪れ、術の発動を引き延ばし、皆を救うために尽力し、力を使い果たされた。氷の壁を作って、降ってくる雪からみんなを守って。
Oh, okay.
私にこの場所を伝えるために無茶をして、他にどんな無理をいっぱい重ねたんだ。
Puck's a real one.
Hell yeah.
That's what they have to destroy the crystal? Or
Let her free, maybe?
beloved grandson. Oh, Garfield.
Ah.
I was going to say, like, wait, they're all dudes?
I guess that the eyes are kind of similar. You know what I mean? Have we seen her mouth yet? What if she has like? Oh, never mind.
No, I don't. That's just kind of what Garfield calls her.
I was gonna.
Like
Oh.
Granny, whatever.
ほんの半日で驚くほど成長される。こればかりは年寄りの楽しみですな。
Alright, so they're releasing the original. Oh,
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 she's gone.
oh yeah, she's gone.
She's gone and fucked off somewhere.
Does that mean all these clones are gonna?
That's what I was thinking. Do all the clones
Disappear?
die?
私たちはやらなくちゃいけないことがある。エミリア様。託された
I don't feel so good.
届けたい願いがあって。だから泣くのは全部後回し。私の好きな人たちはいつもそう言って笑ったもの。お願い、教えて。ラムとロズワールのいるところ。
Well,
Well,
about that.
about that.
Oh,
Damn.
he's going to check it out.
Still there holding her. Yeah.
Yo, Frozone.
Look down, Emilia.
Oh.
She entrusted her dream to Emilia as well. I can't remember what the dream was. What? She
Oh,
lied?
what? No one can ever die in this show, can they?
Well, there've been some deaths.
ことなんて何もないんだわ。だから私はこれ以上誰のことも諦めたりなんかしない。
All the roads.
Oh, here we go.
Million long way. Turns to like confidence.
Do you think she could defeat them all?
I don't know.
We'll see. Damn, is this whole episode gonna be about her?
I might end right here. This part
Oh, oh, there's no way it's done. Oh, you mean like
might just cut to the mansion.
I don't know. It's pretty exhilarating right now.
Knew it.
Damn it! How dare you predict the future?
Beatrice.
聖域が確立されたすぐ後のことだった。ベアトリス、君に私の知識の書庫の管理を任せる。来たるべき時が訪れるまで書庫の番人として知識を守り続けてほしい。え、そうだね。禁書庫とでも呼ぼうか。そこに私の有する知識の限りを書にしてまとめ保管する。待って。書庫はロズワールの屋敷につなげるといい。あの子なら君の力になってくれるはずだ。待ってほしいかしら。禁書庫がどうとか意味がわからないのよ。ベティはお母様と一緒に。残念だがロズワールの及ばない敵に君がいても何もならない。私と君が揃って滅ぼされれば知識の集積はどうなる？私にはこれらを受け継ぐ義務がある。まさかベティの力はこの 時のためにお母様は全部最初から。これは
私に与えられた権能。英知の書の不完全ではあるが複製。
It's a replica. Okay.
So they can make other books.
I would say it serve as a. Oh, okay.
本は2冊。1冊を君に、もう1冊をロズワールへ送ってある。すまないが、聞き分けてほしい。起源の話をしよう。仮に私が戻らなくても、いずれ私の知識を継ぐにふさわしい者が君を迎えに来るはずだ。
ベティを迎えに。
仮にその人としておこうか。その人を待つ。それが私からの最後の願いだ。ベティ、せめて健やかに。
We know there wasn't really a specific person.
お母様の言葉通り、ベティはロズワールの屋敷へ身を当たるべきことはほとんどない。何人か禁書庫へたどり着くやからもいて、ベティを連れ出そうとした。でもそうはならなかった。
Who the hell are these people?
使った彼との思わぬ再会には久しぶりに心が弾んだ。
Reunited.
自分と兄は違う。
Brother.
What?
Puck's
Beatrice's brother?
Well, she said that he considered him his brother.
Oh,
Okay.
so not.
It was
Are there any
right
real
before
siblings
that.
in this
My brother and I
TV
was.
show? What?
Yo, we taking a trip.
That wasn't in the. What? Oh.
Man, back when this show was simple.
I don't know. This show's never been simple per se. Simpler maybe.
I sent him to Sanctuary. And Roswaal.
そう言い残して聖域に向かったロズワールは決着をつけるつもりなのだと悟った。ならベティは白紙の書、訪れることのない約束の人。やっとわかった。その人が訪れることなんて永遠にありえない。ずっと前からわかっていた。なのに。
お前を連れ出すぜ、ベアトリス。今度こそ。お前は俺の手でお日様の下に引きずり出される。
No.
俺がお前のその人なんて。
Yeah.
もう疲れたかしら。
He's still coming for you, Beatrice. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah.
I've kind of wondered that too. Like, I'll explain it in a minute.
Oh, okay. Oh, the secret passage that we've seen like one time. Season 1.
Okay. Might come in handy this time.
There we go. Don't. Oh, come on.
Oh damn.
There we go. Is he gonna say it? I'm not, whoever that. I'm not gonna lie to her.
俺はお前と一緒にいてやりたいよ、ベアトリス。優しいお前が悲しくないように、そばにいてやりたいよ。
Get rid of that book. You're too fixated on it.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Whoa.
the library gonna... It's gone.
Oh yeah. Wait. Wait, what?
Well, shit.
He freed her at least, right?
All right, Subaru just answered my question.
What was your question?
Oh.
Or your
My
thought?
question was gonna be, since this forbidden library can just be through any door, what happens when the whole mansion burns down? He just answered my question.
Oh,
I was gonna be like, does it still exist somewhere on some existential plane? But
just
I guess it goes down as well.
just goes away, yeah.
Oh, it's going back.
So is it still in there somewhere?
Maybe.
I guess
Well, it
so.
seems like
Must-
every... I don't know. Yeah.
The secret.
door.
Oh, the hidden passage. This is where Otto and company are,
Oh yeah. Where are they at?
I think. I guess so.
Oh, there's already fire down there. Oh, it's the room.
Last chance.
これが最後の扉だ。この扉を開けたら、多分俺は死ぬ。ベアトリス、お前を信じてる。
Yo, he dumb broke time.
Damn.
お前はバカなのよ。
開口一番にそれかよ。
だってそうかしら。これでもう手詰まりなのよ。ベティはもう多くは望まない。お母様との約束も完全にたがえてしまったかしら。
それなら最後に俺の話を聞いてくれ。ベアトリス、俺を助けてくれ。お前を孤独から連れ出してやるとか、かっこいいこと言ってやろうっていろいろ考えたんだけどさ。
No, just get me out of here.
この場所に勢い任せに思えなくてよ。
Y'all better move. You're ripping whole space and time.
本当はお前に俺の力なんて必要ねえんだ。お前は強くて賢くて可愛くて一人で生きるのに十分な力がお前にはあった。だから助けるとか力になるとかそんな言葉じゃ届かなかった。でも強くて賢くて可愛いお前でも一人で生きるのは怖かった。辛かった。
400
寂
years.
しかったよな。だからその人って存在にすがるお前を誰も責められない。
勝手にベティの気持ちを拒絶したお前にベティの何が。
俺は知ってるよ。お前が優しいことを。悪夢にうなされてる奴がいたらその手を取って安心させようとしてくれることを。
言ったような口を。
力のない俺はお前の助けになってやれない。それでもお前を一人にしたくない俺ができることっつったら 頼み込むしかない。ベアトリス、俺を助けてくれ。お前がいなくちゃ寂しくて生きていけない俺を助けてくれ。
Come on, Beatrice.
そんな言い方だって、お前はその人じゃないってペティを拒絶して、なのに400年ずっと一人だった。今ここでお前の手を取ったところで、どうせお前はすぐに死んでしまう。人間の寿命なんてペティにとっては瞬きみたいに一瞬で、今さらそんなものにすがって。
でも俺はお前と明日手をつないでいてやれる。明日も明後日もその次の日も。400年先は無理でも、その日々を俺はお前と一緒に過ごしてやれる。永遠を一緒には無理でも、明日を今をお前を大事にしてやれる。だからベアトリス、俺を選べ。
お前はその人じゃ
ない。俺は俺だ。夏木スバルだ。400年の顔も知らない野郎への片思いなんて全部忘れちまえ。いずれ来るかもしれない別れの時間を怖がるより、必ず来る明日って日々を俺と一緒に生きよう。俺は弱くて、なのに望みが高いから。俺と一緒にいれば世話焼きのお前は忙しくって退屈だの寂しいだの考える暇なんてなくなっちまう。俺を選べベアトリス。
いなくなるくせに。
永遠なんてない。お前が怖がってる未来はいつか必ずやってくる。それでも
置いていくくせに。
それでも一緒にいよう。一緒に生きてみよう。一緒にやっていこう。楽しかったんだって胸張って笑えるぐらい思い出を積み重ねていこう。お前がここで過ごした寂しい400年を取り返してお釣りが来るぐらいに。
そんなことしたっていつか一人に。
永遠を生きるお前にとって俺と一緒に過ごす時間なんて刹那の一瞬かもしれない。ならお前の魂に刻み込んでやるよ、俺の一瞬を。夏木スバルって男が永遠って時間の中でもセピア色にならないぐらい鮮烈な男だったんだってことを。俺を選べベアトリス。誰かに外に連れ出してほしいからお前はいつも扉の前に座ってたんじゃないのか。
Oh,
スバル
そうだ。
that's awesome.
やっと呼んでくれたな。
強く
Oh, are they going straight over there? Are they going to save Emilia right now?
I think so. They
Oh, she's
Come on.
freezing too.
ジュースのこと今日のことみんなのこと、それにあの人の書いてくれた言葉を忘れないでいられる限り私は諦めたりしない。
yes, sir.
Ah, here they are. Oh yeah.
そんな無理しなくても大丈夫だよエミリアさん。
Finally back together.
あとは任せて下がってていいぜ。初陣補正があるからね。
ってるのかわかんない。
Wait a minute. This. Oh.
もうどうなっても知らないの。
Finally back to her old self.
Don't leave us hanging like this.
They're gonna.
俺とお前で
Choose me.
God. Oh man, it's so.
Well,
That
damn.
was a good episode.
Always is. I didn't really talk too much. I was very just kind of invested in the dialogue and just trying to understand
Yeah.
how things are going and characters' emotions. Just trying to
There was a
get
lot to
out.
take in that episode, but it was good. Glad something happened with Beatrice. Glad she's finally done dealing with
Get
that.
out of that damn library.
Yeah. Finally seems
live
happy for
her.
once.
Yes.
Said Subaru's name. You know, a lot of developments.
For 400 years. Freaking protecting that library. Waiting for that person who Ekidona said to wait for that person just to see how Beatrice would deal with it. I guess there was
I
never
fucked
supposed to
up.
be. She was just toying with her, I'm pretty sure.
I know. Yeah.
But finally, she was able to release her from the stuff that's chaining her down
I
for
am
so long.
so excited for the final episode.
Dude,
It's gonna be
big
insane. And you know there's gonna be some sort of like surprise out of nowhere that we're not gonna expect either. There's gonna be something crazy.
What's
How
the
long
next
is the
episode
next one?
called? Offbeat Steps Under the Moonlight. The next episode is probably another 30 minutes.
I hope it's like a 40-minute one.
Yep,
Oh.
30 minutes.
30 minutes? Oh.
Another 30-minute one.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what's in that one.
I wonder if Roswaal will come up, fight with him.
I mean, his face is in the thumbnail, so I think
Oh, that is true. I didn't really even freaking.
it might be in there at least a
I
little
was
bit.
kind of happy.
But for what reason? Who knows? Maybe Ram will come back. You know.
Yeah, good stuff. Like, you know, we got some backstory with Roswaal, or not Roswaal.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Roswaal?
Oh well, Ekidona
Oh no,
and
backstory
Beatrice.
with Ekidona and Beatrice.
Yeah. God, I hate her so much now. She sucks.
We got to see Emilia kind of try to snap Roswaal out of it. She's not backing down. I really like how her character has developed thus far.
Yeah.
And then there's just kind of the Beatrice thing.
Really yeah,
focused on
Subaru at
that.
the end.
Half the episode, more than half.
Yeah. Well, hey, you needed to get that scene in there. There was a lot to take in. But I'm glad it ended up working out. I'm excited to hear hear about how the novel explains it, goes into detail. So.
Oh yeah, plenty of details to go over, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Anything from you, Dylan?
I cried a little.
Yeah, I did too. Not gonna lie, I teared up.
I don't know if it's the weed or what, but I was starting to get emotional, and I've just been kind of sitting here in silence thinking about it.
It's just nice to see.
Yeah, it's a touching moment.
Beatrice finally.
There's so much. There's a lot of emotion in both of their voices as well. So, you know.
I didn't want to speak over it or interrupt. I just wanted to watch it. So, sorry for anyone if it's not your cup of tea, but oh well. Next, you know, some people like talking every second, but
I know what you mean.
That's how it is. But next episode, we'll probably record. I don't know, next week or something. I don't know. I gotta record
tomorrow
stuff.
Oh, just do it
tomorrow.
We can't watch.
That's true. We gotta watch it as soon as possible.
Yeah, like we can't just wait another week for one more episode. So yeah, we'll do that.
And I guess we'll see if Ram is dead or not. But yeah,
Hopefully they'll show it.
thank you guys, viewers, for watching this video, this reaction. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure as hell did. And me and the guys will see you on the final episode, the final reaction of the series.
Yes.
Hopefully soon, next time. And yeah, wherever you are, have a good day or night, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm so bad at outro. Hello everybody, welcome to the light novel comparison part of this video. If you are new here, this is part of the video where I will be going through the book, and I will be watching the episode at the same time, and I will be trying to find any interesting details that maybe couldn't have made it into this episode, like any missing scenes, some important dialogue, etc., etc. Now, I believe we're on chapter 6 so far. We're leading into chapter 7 in a few pages here. But you can see here we're on chapter 6. It started with revenge, and we'll be moving on to chapter 7, which is called Pick Me. The name of this episode is called Choose Me. So I assume at the end of this light novel comparison, we'll probably get to chapter 8, or the closing chapter, because there's only one more episode after this that I have to cover. But yeah, that's about the gist of it. I'm going to start watching now and going through the book at the same time, and I will cut to the part where I can find some interesting stuff that they might have not been able to put in this episode. So, see you guys then. Alright guys, I'm 21 minutes in. I haven't really found anything, to be honest. So far, they've done a pretty good job adapting this episode. Of course, there's been lines of dialogue here and there, a few things, that were it was mainly just some dialogue here and there. There weren't any really missing scenes that I found or anything super important, so I didn't include that in. But it seems I haven't read the full thing yet, but I just saw this. I'm like, wait a second, this did not happen in this episode. I swear, there's no way. Okay, so I'm glad I finally found something, because if I didn't, then this would be a whole waste of time of a recording. So here we go. Y'all will probably find this pretty interesting. So this segment here that I'm about to read is before he goes into this last room he finds, kind of like the hidden passageway. So it's before he finds Beatrice. He's running through the fire, through the mansions, and he's still searching for this door, pretty much. So this is what happens in the book, okay? So again, he's running through the mansion, through the fire, trying to find how to say Beatrice. And I'll start here. In such a conflagration, it was naturally unlikely that he could get back up there from the first floor. Even so, without any hesitation, Subaru started climbing the stairs, racing towards the topmost floor. A moment later, he heard a sound like something wet was being dragged. Subaru turned about. It had come from the corridor of the main wing, where the fire raged wildly, even though all reason told him it could not be so. After the chain of command collapsed, the demon beasts were fleeing, for this was an inferno of certain death that brooked no living beings. What could be in such a place? Wait, what the hell is that? A figure dressed in black emerged from the flames, a black-haired woman holding a black blade in her hand. ELSA. There was no reply, but so far as Subaru knew, it could be no one but that all-black killer. Multiple times in multiple loops, Subaru had run into her and died by her hand. In his latest plan, he'd left the woman to his most capable companion, thinking he would surely never meet her again. And yet here, in a fiery world of life and death, Subaru and ELSA had come face to face once more. Encountering her in the burning Roswaal manor, Subaru licked his lips, forgetting his sense of unease. He borrowed the strength of many to arrive at that point. Otto, Ram, Ryuzu, Shima, Beatrice, Emilia, the people of Erheim village, Garfield, Petra, Frederica. They were why Subaru could not stand. They were why Subaru could stand then and there. Subaru Natsuki did not doubt his allies. Garfield wouldn't lose to you. There's no way you beat him. And again, I haven't read this yet. I just saw Elsa's name pop up. I'm like, okay, I definitely need to add this in. So this is all new for me as well. Garfield wouldn't lose to you. There's no way you beat him. You're not Elsa anymore, are you? You're not Elsa anymore. When Subaru posed the question, Elsa, nay, the thing that had been Elsa, turned its empty black eyes towards him. There was no glint of life within them. Okay, she is... It seems like her soul is dead, per se. There's no glint of life within them, only bottomless darkness. Subaru was peering into an abyss. That's so weird. So what? So it's like the body was a vessel. Maybe Elsa kind of did something. I don't know. This doesn't make much sense. Maybe it's like Petogis, how he was able to go into different bodies. An empty body, a departed soul, an obsession incarnate. Driven by inexhaustible bloodlust, it dragged its smashed lower body along as it crawled towards Subaru through the raging fires. Oh, just picture that, man. Elsa, whole bottom half of body just smashed, crawling towards you. Deep black abyss eyes in a fiery infernal mansion. Dude, that's awful. Hopefully we can learn something here on why this is happening. This was far beyond an unnatural vitality that kept death at bay. The power had become nothing but a curse. Because I remember I mentioned this, I think it was before the split cores, first 12 episodes, I believe, or 13. The book mentioned Elsa had a boon. It was called a boon she received from someone. Some sort of ability or something that keeps her alive. The power had become nothing but a curse. Just like Subaru's return by death, it was nothing save a curse. A yoke placed upon her very life. You've got it pretty rough too, but I don't have time to deal with you. I've got to get Beatrice out of here. He was stating to the corpse that had been Elsa, ready to abandon it to the flames. It was certainly crawling slowly enough that he could easily shake it off, but suddenly, feeling death brush against the nape of his neck, Subaru immediately leaped up. After jumping to the flaming landing, he turned around. Behind him, the undead's wicked blade had sliced clean through the steps below. Closing the distance, the corpse swung as it came again to claim Subaru's life. Naturally, the blade had not fallen short out of mercy. The swing had missed because the undead's smashed lower body had prevented it from lunging forward properly. You're kidding me. Subaru instantly kicked away the corpse's hand, which was reaching for the stairs, and dashed away. Smoke from the fire moved upward. Accordingly, it was thicker on the floor above, increasing in its potency. The flames were strong there too. He couldn't call searching for a door in those conditions very realistic. More importantly, the undead had not relented in its pursuit for a second. Doggedly pursuing Subaru. Shit, gotta go higher. Relentlessly chased by the corpse that at last lost all humanity, Subaru kept running to the topmost floor. Stumbling upon the blaze-enveloped third floor, he found himself at the corridor that led to the study where he saw off Petra and Otto. They must have made it out safe and sound, Garfield and Frederica too, and judging from the lack of organization among the demon beasts, Meili must have been routed too. As for Elsa, when that roar and a monstrous set of claws shot out from some nearby flames, Subaru screamed. unable to conceal his shock. The culprit was a demon beast sporting a lion's face. That's the one we thought that was dead. Right? It had lost its mane. It has a name, by the way. I forget what it's called. It lost its mane, and half its body looks hideously burned. But there was no mistake that this was the same Giltaru. Subaru and the others thought they had burned to death back at the dining hall, appearing to be struggling to even breathe. Perhaps it was only still standing to obey its master's command. And we learned that in the last light novel comparison that I believe it was Meili that has command over this beast. She's the one who took Giltaru away from the throne. Because this beast is like some sort of leader, okay? It's kind of interesting. There's some sort of hierarchy we don't really know that goes with the beasts. At least with these ones. But yeah, if that was true, then Subaru was truly like a moth to flame. The irony of chancing upon it in the middle of a massive inferno was too rich to be funny. Roaring, the nearly expired demon beast swung its massive arm towards Subaru, scraping the wall. It was a lethal blow that whistled through the air as it closed in, even barely clinging to life. This beast could rob him of his life just as easily as it could mow down some weeds. You're both one-trick ponies. Subaru evaded the attack by rolling forward towards the demon beast's flank. He had already learned, probably from too much personal experience, that demon beast had a habit of aiming for the vitals of the prey. Thoroughly embarrassed after missing a clean shot, the demon beast angrily unleashed a follow-up attack. It was then that the undead, pursuing Subaru, bared its fangs towards the demon beast. Also, Elsa, or at least Elsa's husk, is going after Giltaru now, it seems. There was not a single reason the beast and the undead should have to fight. To the undead chasing Subaru, the demon beast's hulking body was nothing more than an obstacle on the path Subaru had traveled first. There was no deeper reason behind the undead sending the demon beast's hind paw flying away. Screaming as the wicked blade drew back black blood, the beast cracked its serpentine tail at the undead. In a feat beyond the limitations of a human body, the corpse evaded the tail attack. How? Retaliating by slicing the tail off at its base, unleashing the murderous techniques ingrained into its flesh, the undead cut into the demon beast in a one-sided manner. Subaru, not letting slip the opportunity to turn misfortune into fortune, kicked open one closed door after another on the topmost floor. The Slater room and the reference room were both bust. The battle between undead and demon beast continued, but all he heard was the screams of the demon beast, clearly losing the lopsided fight. Please, Beatrice. Finally arriving at the study, Subaru flung open the door with a prayer in his heart. However, uncertainty crept in as the only sight before him was a ransacked office. This didn't work either, and the last door is... The burning floors below were all wiped out. The other wings were burning up even faster than the main one, perhaps because of the collapses there. Was there even a single intact door left inside Roswaal Manor at that point? And as we know, he finds he remembers the hidden passage. And now, yeah, he remembers here. No, not yet. There's still one more. There's one more door. So, are we caught up now? Does it not go back to the demon beast? Alright, no, not yet. There's still more. There's one door. Biting down any thoughts of giving up, Subaru set eyes upon the wide open entrance to the spiraling stairs leading to the escape tunnel. If he went down the stairs and arrived at the underground passage, there would definitely to be a door ahead. Previously, when they returned to the mansion during a witch cult attack, Subaru had headed deep into the escape tunnel, was bathing cold through the door, shattered into dust, and died. That door was still there. Instantly, hesitation arose in the back of Subaru's mind. It was no fear. It was not fear, it was doubt. His thoughts coalesced. Were his actions being guided? All the other doors in the mansion were misses, leading Subaru to the escape tunnel. Was this Beatrice's intent? Was this all Beatrice's plan so that Subaru might escape outside, so he might live? I don't even have the time to think about it. Behind him, death throes thundered throughout the mansion as the beast suffered a decisive blow. The demon beast had been unwittingly buying time. But with that last strike, the cruel undead had surely taken its life, so Elsa, the husk of Elsa, won the battle. So she either died in the fire at some point, or she is still alive somehow. And if she still is alive, that'll be a huge surprise for the anime-only people who hadn't seen this part, or doesn't know about the hell happened here. This is really interesting. But it looks like we're getting back to this part in the anime where he finally gets back to Beatrice. He had no other options. Subaru was headed into the hidden passage. The smoke was overwhelming with spiraling staircase leading to the basement of the mansion with zero visibility, and the fact that taking a single breath would spell death in a one-way trip to the world of nightmares. Subaru hardened his resolve, held his breath, and ran down. Yeah, it pretty much leads right into this Beatrice scene, so I'll cover that. There's nothing really else interesting here that needs to be brought up, so I'll go ahead and try to find something in the Beatrice scene, and we'll go from there. But man, that was good. This find was a good find. I did not expect that at all to find. To read that Elsa's corpse, her crushed corpse, going after Subaru, and then having the demon beast, Giltaru, alive, and also chasing after Subaru, and then having those two people fight each other, Giltaru and Elsa's husk, and then having Elsa win somehow. That's crazy. I'm seriously curious about. I mean, I doubt it, but I don't know. Will Elsa make a return? It's not really Elsa anymore, right? But it doesn't confirm whether she lived or died, so it's hard to say. But really interesting stuff for sure. That's the only thing I've found that's worth bringing up. But I've got about 8 more minutes left to go in this episode, and we'll see if I can find anything else worth noting. So I'll cut to that part. See you guys then. This shit's gonna make me cry again, though. That's fucking sad. Oh my god. Harry Sarah is fucking amazing. Oh, it's so sad. Rewatching on my own and reading through the book, getting really all the information. Just Beatrice has gone so much. Oh man. And actually, as I'm reading this, there's a few pages here, or a scene here that was left out. When Subaru and Beatrice are in the light, just flying away. Garfield and Otto and Frederica, everyone just is seeing him safe and sound, and kind of skim through, and there's an interesting name here. So I'm gonna read this. It's a few pages, I believe. So, Otto and Petra gaze wordlessly as Roswaal Manor burned to the ground. The three of them, Otto, Petra, and Rem, who was being carried on Otto's back, had safely used the mansion's escape route to slip past the demon beast's perimeter. A barrier had been scrumptiously set up on the cabin in the mountains beyond Roswaal Manor, to which the escape route led. This made it impossible for not only the wild demon beasts in the region to approach them, but even warded off demon beasts participating in the attack. It was not only Otto and company watching the mansion as it went up in flames. A crowd of Erlheim village residents who had not headed towards the sanctuary could be seen gathered around, evacuated to the barrier beforehand by Subaru in a determined effort to keep them from being embroiled in the attack on the mansion. Considering the great horde of demon beasts, it was clear that his concern had not been excessive. It was not only Otto who keenly felt that way, but the villagers as well. However, no one felt at liberty to raise joyous voices at having arrived there safe and sound. That moment, all any of them could do was gaze at the mansion with ancient hope, waiting for some visible change and believing Subaru and the others still struggling inside the mansion were safe. Otto, too, stared at the mansion, deciding the tree has burned wounds later. Petra was right beside him, latched on to Otto's arm with strength unimaginable for one so young. She was doubtlessly worried sick. Anyone could tell the young girl had a crush on Subaru from a single glance. Considering her melancholy, one couldn't help but pray he was safe. To try to put Petra at ease, he gently stroked Petra's brown hair. When Petra looked at him in a momentary surprise, Otto smiled at her, turning his eyes towards the mansion once more. It was then that he noticed it was from the topmost floor of the main wing from the burning mansion. With incredible force, fire burst out of the office that Otto's group had used as an escape route. The windows cracked, and outpouring flames engulfed the mansion's topmost floor. Roswaal Manor had finally reached its limit, succumbed to the flames, and collapsed. The sight brought a tiny sound of Petra's throat. Next to spread her eyes would likely be despair. As an adult, Otto tried to wipe that sadness away. Mr. Otto, look. Huh? Otto had a meek look on his face when Petra slapped the side of it with her little palm. The blow caught Otto by surprise and brought stars to his eyes, but when he saw the delighted expression on Petra's face as she pointed at the mansion, he immediately understood, hastily shaking his shock away. Just like Petra, the people of Arham village were raising voices of delight. From Roswaal Manor, a flame and collapsing, a single ray of white light stretched upon the sky. The light, which was like a shooting star, changed its angle high to the sky, glimmering as its arced and flew off to the east, as if to signal its destination. Otto knew what lay in that direction. When Petra said there just now, with a happy look on her face, his expression had already relaxed. The rest is up with you. All this had really worn me out. Otto is such a bro. Simultaneously, just as Otto let his shoulders fall with relief, Garfield, half naked and wearing nothing but a tattered cloth around his hips, looked up at the same light and clacked his fangs. Ha! You sure pulled it off, General. That's my general. Hoshin kept his promises even if it killed him. Garfield, who had escaped the burning mansion and broken through the perimeter of Demon Beast, laughed himself silly. He was covered in soot and burn wounds and injuries all over, but his face was full of smiles. Do not get worked up while you're so badly hurt. They will scar. As Garfield laughed, a fist grandly struck the back of his skull. When Garfield clutched his head and looked back, Frederica stood there with anger on her face. Aren't you happy that General and she are safe and sound? Of course I am. We were right to leave with the Master Subaru. If Lady Beatrice had been saved, then I could rest easier as well. Letting out a sigh of relief, Frederica gently patted her own chest. Seeing his elder sister's reaction made Garfield crack a smile. Gotta say, though, he said as a preamble, even if you talk tough, it's hard to look tough when you're all embarrassed while wearing a single sheet of cloth. It cannot be helped. There was no time to strip my clothes off before transforming. Red of face, Frederica was indignant as she stood there naked, save for a curtain wrapped around her. As he endured his sister's anger, Garfield glanced at the girl sleeping under the shade of a nearby tree. Meili. So Meili is there, under a tree near them, and narrowed his eyes. At the height of that ferocious battle, ELSA had gone to save Meili when she was in danger of being crushed by falling debris, letting her favorable chance to win against Garfield slip away. Had she not done so, the victor and illusion might have been reversed. In the end, Frederica had transformed and pulled Meili out of harm's way, and with all obstacles removed from the battlefield, Garfield settled things with ELSA, and thus he had supposedly won. And yet the feeling that he hasn't really won refused to go away. Was it that he was just still immature? Or was it a lingering symptom of having killed for the first time? One would not allow him the comfort of immersing himself in victory. Either way, the echoes of victory and the feeling of killing, I can leave that all for later. The rest is happening in a place where my hands can't reach no matter how hard I try, counting on it to take care of it. air of a general. Thrusting his fist forward, Garfield glared, bearing his fangs toward the trail of light, heading towards the eastern sky. Gazing in the same direction, Frederica folded her hands against her chest, as if making a prayer. Because once everything's said and done, there's still that bastard, and we both need a smack real good. And then it goes on to Beatrice and Subaru in the sky. You know, Beatrice like, Subaru, that's my name. And that's it, guys. Ending with this episode, we go into chapter 8. Faces fashioned from snow. What is the last episode called again? What is it called? Offbeat steps under the moonlight. So this is chapter 8. What's chapter 9 called? Chapter 9 is called... Oh, there's no chapter 9. There's no chapter 9. So, if you see here, after chapter 8, Faces Fashioned from Snow, you got the closing chapter, meeting each other halfway, and the ending chapter, Offbeat Steps Under the Moonlight. Okay, so that is the next episode. And then Addendum, The Return. One more episode to go, guys. One more episode to go for the slight novel comparison part. At this point, me and the guys have already finished the season, by the way. I'm recording this after we've already finished the season. So, I know what's coming, of course. And it is beautiful. Next episode is beautiful, and I can't wait to cover it with the book, see if we can find anything else, and see if there's any little extra scenes at the end there. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this light novel comparison. One more to go. Get these videos out pretty soon. So until the next video, have a good day or night wherever you are. I'm out of here.